razor scythe was in her arms, a tear was in her eye. She said, I'm coming back to earth. She said, it's not your time to die. Oh, Proserpina, won't you call for me? For I come from Andromeda with just my humble plea. Hey, you're up. Glad to see it. I was running out of songs I could remember. Sorry, partner. No water right now. Chew on this date for a moment. It'll open up your throat a little bit. Extreme dehydration can't be fixed by glugging a bunch of water. You're lucky I found you, partner. There's only 2 living people on this rock other than the crawl beasts. I'm one, you're the other. They left you for dead after the harvest. Nobody was supposed to be around until the sun rises again next year. You must have run out of juice, so they just pushed you aside and kept going. That's the war economy for you. This planet is pretty, isn't it? I love how it has a slow rotation. This is my favorite time of day, just after sunset. The sky becomes that wine dark purple, and all the stars come peeking out. Since this planet rotates so slow, it'll be like this for weeks. I love visiting new planets and drawing new constellations. That one over there looks like a gear. And that kind of looks like a cacti. What do you think? Not much for imagination, eh? I never used to be either. You finished that date yet? Splendiferous. Here, let me tip you up. Have a little water. Don't drink too fast. It's a good thing you're a power slave. Your implants preserved you for a lot longer than would normally be possible. I'd have died if I spent 6 weeks out here like that. Honestly, I thought you were dead meat. So dry, even the crawl beasts left you alone. Whoa, easy there, buddy. Don't mind them wires. Your bioelectric batteries were too low to rejuvenate you themselves, so I had to hook you up to my ship's fusion array. Here, have more water. Slowly now, all right? There. That's enough for now. Should be enough to restart most of your biologic circuits. What's your name, buddy? Nice to meet you. Alpha Green 24601. Now what's your real name? The one you had before you were a power slave. The name your mama called you. Oh, come on now, you can tell me. I'm just your friendly neighborhood clairvoyant space buckaroo. My name's Ash Clemmens, but most people call me the Delphi Kid. Okay, that's not really true, but I wish it was. So, one name for another. What's yours? It's a nice name. It suits you. Where you from, partner? Captain 4. Damn, the Astro Boys back on Earth sure know how to name a planet, don't they? I'm not from anywhere in particular. I'm a fleet baby. Born in a vat on a shadow ore freighter. Didn't even know what a planet was till I was almost grown. Well, Maybe not that long. Definitely didn't realize how big this whole universe was before I went rogue, though. Whoa, easy there. That's right. I'm not with your bosses. I'm not with the Triad at all. I'm a rogue pilot. I work for Union, but my flag is my own. I was just in the neighborhood and my Cassandra virus started going nuts on me. Then I found you. Oh yeah, sorry, I should have probably explained. I have the Cassandra virus. Don't worry though, you won't catch it. It's bloodborne. Never heard of it? Man, you really don't get out much, do you? It's a sort of virus mixed with a curse. Lets me see possible futures. I guess you could say I'm a soldier of fortune, eh? Eh? No love for puns, huh? Y'all power slaves are all the same. I guess the first thing they replace with machines is your funny bone. The Void Sirens made the virus to punish the crew of a freighter whose captain saved their souls by beating them at poker. If you catch it, you know exactly how you're gonna die, and you can't prevent it. But with a little training, you can use it to see some possible near futures. Really helps me out when I'm playing cribbage. And now I never forget to take my casserole out of the oven. It's kinda relaxing anyways, knowing how I'm gonna die. I can eat all the fugu I want for one thing. Not that they have any out here, but y'all catch my drift, I think. What are you thrashing around for? Oh, I'm the enemy, eh? An apostate? Well, dadgummit, y'all done diddly seen through my evil plot. Yes, sirree, I was gonna come on down to the surface of this planet because I had a vision that there was somebody down here that had been left for dead. Then sinisterly bring you back from the brink. And then offer you water. Like the mustache-twirling Judas I am. Good golly gosh, I'm so darn evil. Not like the heroic patriots that left their own guy for dead because otherwise they'd have to slow down the shadow harvest by 30 seconds. They're the real heroes here. I know your planet. Captain 4. They launched a rebellion, 300-400 years ago. Didn't go so great, though. So now they have to give half of their children up to the Galactic Triad to become power slaves. How do they decide that? Is it a lottery, or do they send the kids that do bad on their spelling tests? Oh, it's necessary, huh? Gotta do your part to fight off these spooky, scary aliens. You ever seen an alien, kid? No. Well, you can look around. You'll find their graves all over this rock. There used to be a civilization on this planet. They were pretty primitive, sure. Iron Age tech level. But they had a society, struggles, culture, religion, dreams. No different from you, me, and Bobby McGee, but now they're just bones. They were in the way of the war machine and they got destroyed for it. They never even knew what was happening. Was that necessary? Who was the threat there? And look what they done to you. They took you out here to process shadow ore. It mutated you bit by bit. So they lopped you to pieces. Made you a cyborg. And for what? To harvest something they needed to build weapons. Because heaven helped that there be a world in the galaxy outside the grasp of the pious and the powerful. You could have been something. An astronaut, a scientist, a priest, whatever you wanted. But they burned you up for their pride. This planet should have grown and flourished, become a world worth living in. Instead, it's just a tombstone, floating in the void. This war we're fighting, it exists because they want it. Prospina, Despoina, Cora, and all the little theocrats. They want this war. And the mutroids, the apostates, the loyalists, the sky crawlers, the moon riders, the summoners, the power slaves, and countless others whose names are lost to us. They all suffer for it. Look at the sky. Number the stars and tell me there's not enough universe for everybody. Look me in the eyes and tell me that. Tell me why you have to be a power slave. Don't turn away from me. I'm trying to help you, you stubborn fool. You don't have to fight this war. You don't have to die on this rock. Look, you have two options. You can come with me, or I can leave you with this. It's a survival kit. It should have everything you need to stay alive until the Triad comes back. Let me give you some advice, though. I can see 3 possible futures for you. More or less. The virus has shown me. There's the future where you die out here before they find you. There's the future where they do find you, and do the same stuff you were doing before they leave you for dead again. But possibility number 3. That's the one where you come with me. And that's where stuff starts to get exciting. You can join me and take the fight to them. Or you can go so far away nobody will ever find you. You can be anything you want. Just drop that heavy load and come with me. I see you found the laser pistol I put in there. There's also a box of AA, so you should have enough ammo to keep the crawl beasts at bay for a while. Assuming you are stubborn enough to stay here. Oh. I see what you're thinking. You're gonna shoot me. Pretty bold move. You ever even handled one of those things? Let me give you some advice. If you want to hit me, don't do anything cute and tricksy. Just aim right between the eyes. Straight and true. Better be careful, quick draw. You only get one shot. Not bad, partner. Not bad at all for a tenderfoot. But today is not the day I ye my last haw. I've shot laser pistols out of more hands than I can count. And let me tell you, wandering alone in the stars has taught me how to count pretty high. I told you I know how I die. And this ain't it. Not even close. For one thing, there's no zebra. What's the matter, Desperado? Think I was gonna go for the kill. That's not how I roll. I'll be taking this for a while, though. Look at that. Too much excitement for you, I guess. You're going back into sleep mode. Don't worry. I'm not going anywhere. I'll keep an eye on you. Why don't you sleep on what I've told you? You don't have to be a power slave. You don't have to carry this burden anymore. You can come with me and live in peace. Sleep on it. Sayonara for now, partner. Oh, soon I'll find some inner peace, and my soul will be unbound. And when I hear Proserpina, I'll be buried in the ground. Oh, Proserpina, won't you call for me? For I come from Andromeda with just this humble plea.